All right, everybody, we are back. This is map number 2. This is the RGN New Year's Open, and we are in the round of 8 here. Again, map number 2, Torqued, taking that first one 16-4, and already we see a beautiful nade stack on pistol round. Mo trying to cross across mid, and the double nade stack, that was very impressive. And now we see the bomb going arch side of mid, and they're going to wrap around all the way onto... No, they're actually heading through CT spawn, but they don't know. But DeBorn waiting for them. Monty as well. Monty gets one, gets traded out. Fox gets another, and now it's TCK and Steel left on the A site. But while we have a little bit of dead time of them rotating, I am Sprawl. By my side is the one and only Nip Chewy. So we are more than happy to bring you guys this match, and what a fantastic pistol round we just got dropped into.
Oh yeah, this is what I like, this is what I wanted Mayhem to do. They got aggressive, they didn't sit back on their laurels and just get down after Torqued pretty much manhandled them in that first map on Dust 2. They came back in and went, no, we are not messing around here. We may be on the less favoured side of Inferno here, but we're going to go in style, and that's exactly what they have been able to do. So Steel is going to be the last one left alive, just going to see if he can get any entry frags, and will he be able to pick up one? Yes, he does indeed. Will he pick up any more? As he gets a bit aggressive and tries to find those players, he's going to be able to get another one, actually. He will die eventually now to being the last one left alive, but Mayhem will pick up the first round on the board, and they look good there. It looked like, you know, as you said, they were going to wrap their way over towards that A-bomb site, and then suddenly decided to go through CT spawn. They didn't let the rotating players coming back from B distract them. They easily knocked them down and had free reign on that B bomb site. So here we go on the less favoured T side, Mayhem picking up the first round.
Yeah, and this is actually a strategy we saw last time they played, and Laser Jesus, the guy I was casting with at the time, wasn't quite a fan of this, just purely because of the SMGs that they pick. But we do see 3 rifles on the board and 2 SMGs. So Fox and Davey, they're the information players. They're the players that are pushing up first and getting in contact with the CTs, finding out where they're playing. If they can get the frag, that's awesome. They get plenty of money for the frag as well. But if they go down, that weapon that they've given up, it's a MAC 10. You all have armor. It's not a big deal. So they are going to be those front runners, and then behind you have those rifles. So it is a nice strategy. Personally, I think it's a good one. Laser Jesus wasn't exactly a fan. He thought maybe UMP could be a little bit better weapon purely because of the spread of the way the accuracy of the gun works. But we are going to see that play from Mayhem here on the CT side. They've got full armor though. Mo, the only one without armor. So Steel even has a kit. They're very prepared to take this round, and already we see this T's wrapping through Arch here.
Oh, I thought Steel was actually going to be able to pick up that kill there, but Fox just about able to pick up the first kill. Monty's going to get aggressive, and the headshot comes in, and he's going to reward himself by picking up an AK-47. So, 3 versus 3 situation. They are going to be making their way over towards the B-bomb site. They have smoked off that area there, so that player, which will actually be Monty, is going to get spotted. Not going to be able to pick up any kills with that AK-47, and it will get traded in the hands of the 3rd player of this round, and to Sidolf make that the 4th player as he drops it to his teammate. So, the bomb has been planted. DeBorn and TCK are going to make their way onto this B-bomb site. They're not going to try and save anything because they haven't really got too much in hand. Yes, they do have armor, but still, it is a 3-on-2 situation. They might as well go for it, or maybe they won't. They're going to completely go against that. They've evidently heard what I'm going to say and are deciding to back away from that one. They're not even going to look for exit frags by the sounds of things, so Mayhem will, in fact, be able to pick up their second round on the board here, but still, although they looked strong eventually and managed to, you know, get that plant down, it initially looked pretty scary because Torqued actually managed to get 2 really nice frags with those pistols initially.
Yeah, and they dropped 2 players. That's a decent eco for them. They were able to get TCK. Well, he's got a MAC 10, not the best rifle. But one thing I would have liked to see is Fox. He didn't trade out that Galil. They had a Galil on the B site as one of the frags that I believe Monty got. He was able to pick up an AK-47. He went down, and then I believe, I can't remember which player it was, but he picked up that rifle and then basically moved his Galil back into sight. So you saw those CTs move up banana. My best guess is they were trying to collect a weapon there because they knew that their player died with an AK right there. But a heads-up play by Mayhem. They hid that rifle, and now we see another anti-eco here. Fox getting a beautiful frag, MAC 10 style, and they're going to be taking this B site pretty much for free. That Molotov, I'm not really sure. Was that from there? That was from the T side, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah, I'm not too sure, I'm not going to confirm that, but still, they managed to get on the site with no issues eventually. It did slow them down just a tiny bit, but still, no casualties as of yet. Nobody actually taking really any damage whatsoever, so it's looking good for them. It's going to be the last 2 left alive in DeBorn and TCK, but of course now, because Torqued have ecoed for 2 rounds after losing that initial pistol round. They are going to be able to buy up here in the 4th round, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. And I was talking about this with Bok last night, and I very, quickly mentioned it earlier on in the first map, but it's so important after losing that initial pistol round and then losing the 2 rounds after that. As we go into round number 4, and they have got the economy to be able to buy rifles, it's so important to pick up that first round on the board and make the score 3-1 instead of 4-0, simply for the fact that, of course, if you lose that round and it goes to a 4-0 score, your money's not going to be sitting in a pretty situation whatsoever. So let's have a look and see what they are choosing to buy. 2 FAMASs is going to be the name of the game, and 3 M4. So no AWP yet for Mo, of course, because their money just really can't afford it right now. But on the CT side here, of course, as we know, it is the favoured side of Inferno. It's a really important round for them to be able to pick up.
Yeah, and on the other flip side of the coin, Mayhem, they want to shut down this round, because if they can get this one, it means another anti-eco that they're going to be on, where, again, Torqued having to eco, that means they could move up 5-0 without any rounds in the CT favor. So that is very, very important for momentum. And again, on that T side, getting 5 rounds early, the damage is almost done. You only need a couple more, or quite honestly, you could probably end with that, and that's a decent scoreline. 10-5 on a CT-sided map like that, or like this, against a team like Torqued. That is not too bad at all. So we are going to see Davey trying to get aggressive outside of Boiler. He's not too happy, shaking his crosshair that he thought he might be able to get a frag there, but didn't work out in his favor. As we do see Steel, he's down to 25 HP, and taking mid control completely is the Mayhem lineup, as now Buzza is going to be mauling off that kind of secret cubby as you would move up arch side to the left, Born, and that's going to be Mo falling back to site. So they've actually stacked this site completely. Only Monty at the B site, so we'll see how they can hold here.
I'm really liking this push here coming in from Mayhem. They tricked the Torque guys, and they thought that they were going to be sending all of them onto the A bomb site. I thought they were just taking it slow, and then suddenly they went, nope, we're going to do what we've done already 2 rounds in a row, actually. I think they did it in the first and the second round. They pushed through arch side, wrapped through CT spawn, and made their way onto the B bomb site. So the last man left alive will be Monty. He's only got a FAMAS in hand and 1 flashbang. They are going to spot him out, and that lovely HG grenade is going to knock him out. Oh no, he gets 2! He is going to be able to pick up the kill, but there's only 7 seconds left. They haven't even been able to pick up the bomb, so they've got to be so careful. And those rotating CT players are going to be able to find them. So Naatu does get the bomb down, and he's going to be able to pick up 1 kill. It is not over yet. Very, very close situation. This has been such a great round 4, and hopefully if this round leads to any sort of a thinking of what the rest of the game could be like, we are in for a treat indeed. So Steel left on 25 HP, knows exactly where Naatu is. He's going to push aggressively, playing very, very quiet indeed. He will get the kill. He's going to be able to pick up the weapon. Yeah, he will pick up an M4, and he has got that kit, so he will be able to get a defuse there. But I've got to give it up to Monty there. He was the man who really saved that round there for Torqued. He just peeked out, and even though he got tagged heavily down to 38 HP with that HE grenade, he just picked up 2 easy frags with that FAMAS.
Yeah, important play there as Monty, as a CT player, getting 1 frag on a T when you're in that kind of situation is not enough. A trade is always going to go in the favor of the T side, but if you can get 2, you've done your work. Monty held that site in a way that, again, we saw Steel retake there. So good play by Steel. Again, he knew the exact location of his enemy, came around the corner and got the spray down. So Torqued, they get their first round here, but we do see a full buy once again from the T side, as they were able to get a decent amount of money in those anti-ecos. So Mo going down really early. That's one of those loud fraggers that you really want to put down. So he doesn't have much in this round, or in this match thus far, but Steel getting dropped as well. Again, he was the clutch artist in the last round, so now TCK and Monty, we'll see if Monty can make something happen, but no, now 1v3, TCK alive in the pit, bomb has been planted, he's gonna try and take down Naatu, sees Fox as well, but too many enemies around him. He's actually gonna get hit in the face with a grenade. Doesn't do any damage, obviously, but will actually fly over his shoulder, so not quite the face, but still in a 1v3 here, running out of time, will get taken down by Naatu. And that is worst case scenario on the CT side here. You pick up 1 round and lose the very next. Look at the economy of our CT players.
Well, I've got to say, so far from what we've seen, Talked's control on that A-bomb site, well, just on the Arch side, actually, hasn't really been impressive. I don't like to bash players, and obviously I'm not the best player in the world myself, but just with the way that, anybody can see how well Mayhem have been able to wrap around that Arch side, whether they've decided to go over towards B or whether they've wrapped round onto the A-bomb site, they've been able to do it with very little contention whatsoever. So whoever is holding Arch, which I believe is Mo at the second, may just have to start to pick up their game. Maybe they'll have to switch somebody else in that position, but I'm liking this play coming in from Talked here. They're actually stacking 3 people on the B-bomb site. They know that they are on an eco. They know that they don't have too much to play with here in round number 6. So they're just slightly changing things up, seeing if they can get some information over towards the B-bomb site. And that rotator, which will be Monty, has made his way back over towards CT spawn. David's going to pick up the initial frag here. The first casualty will be TCK. So they have got that opening frag on A. But what they do, and this is again really good play here from Mayhem. I'm liking this. They get those entry frags. So all of the players from Talked initially start to rotate, and then they put the bomb into towards the B bomb site. They're going to have absolutely no contention whatsoever. Monty's not going to be able to pick up any frags on the B bomb site. He's going to be able to pick up one over towards A, but the bomb has gone down. It's a 4 versus 2 situation, and Mayhem, on the less favoured side of Inferno, are actually really starting to impress me here.
Yeah, they've looked really good so far. This is their map pick, and the fact that they've picked up 4, almost 5 rounds this early on in their half is going to make them ecstatic. They've got to be overconfident. Well, hopefully not overconfident, but overly confident. They're very happy with the way this first half has gone so far. 5-1 is going to be the scoreline. Monty does have an AK. He's going to be saving that for the next round here. So they will have some equipment, obviously. This is going to be another buy round coming in for Torque. Actually, they might actually have to double eco. Looking at the money, 30 or like 3,000 or just over for 4 of their players. Monty does have an AK, so technically could possibly drop, but not a very good weapon as he doesn't even have armor. So they might just be ecoing once again. And if Mayhem can pick that up or pick up this round, a 6-1 scoreline, T-side Inferno versus Torque, I honestly would have never thought that this, especially coming from a 16-4 win on Dust 2, this is looking really good for Mayhem.
Well, this is why we love CS, because absolutely anything can happen. Even when the odds are heavily stacked in the favour of one team, even when they've absolutely rampaged on the first map, absolutely anything can happen. That's why we love this game. That's why, in my opinion, it's the best esport out there, just because anything can happen at any single point. And there's no point deciding to call GG on a game until you see that final 16 score on the scoreboard. So here we go into round number 7, and although, I say that I'm impressed with Mayhem's style so far, we have got to take into account that Talked haven't really had too many rifle rounds so far, so of course there is that to take into factor, but still, the way that Mayhem have just played aggressively, played very smart as well, communicated well as a team, and played very tactically well so far, you've got to give it up to them in that respect. So no picks as of yet. We've got 47 seconds left on the clock. Mayhem still just trying to find that information. They have smoked off quad side there just to see if they can find anybody, and we can see that it's going to be a heavy stack on towards the A bomb site here. Are they going to be walking into an open trap here? It looks like they could be. Out comes the push from the T's, and all hell is about to break loose. Trades all over the map. TCK gets 2 huge frags there with the 5-7, and it looks like Mayhem will have fallen for the trap. This time it's going to be Davey left in a 1 versus 3 situation, but the problem is that the CTs have got the bomb, and not only that, they've also got the rifles indeed. And Talked have kind of prematurely rotated in previous rounds, but they did exactly the right rotation here. They knew that nothing was going on towards B. They got the information over towards A, and they are going to be able to reward themselves with the round. So 5-2 will be the score, and Talked winning a lovely eco round there, so they are not quite out of this one yet.
That's one of those rounds that you really get hyped about, as that stack worked out perfectly. I was hoping for the case of the best of 3 we can see, again, being that Torque picked up that first one. I would like to see this go to all 3 maps, but we'll find out if that's going to be the case. But Mayhem walked right into that stack. Generally, they've been pretty good about shifting towards which site they want to go to when they get contact, but there was no contact before that push, so they opted to just go for it, and we see now that it didn't work out in their favor, and now Mo with a quick pick, and going back to Dust 2, any rounds where they got that quick pick on Mo did work out very well for them. So Davey will be able to fire back, taking down TCK as they are going to try and breach this A bomb site. We do see Davey going down now. Buzza and Sideoff coming up from truck side. They're going to try and take down Steel. He's behind the spammable box, will go down. Monty very lit as well on Arch side. Mo, he's got 42 HP. He's going to slowly peek as he does know the bomb's been planted. He expects it to be for that location and actually whiffs a shot that, generally speaking, we see him hit those kinds of shots, but in a 3v3 here, they're smoked off and they're actually just going to opt to save.
Interesting stuff indeed. I believe that was actually Davey who pushed out onto a balcony there and did knock Monty down right to 19 HP. He wasn't able to get the kill, and he did unfortunately die as he was making his way out onto balcony, but he managed to get that opening entry frag over towards the A-bomb site. They got the bomb down as well and managed to secure the round. So now he's just going to hide in the corner there. Of course, this is a position where you can just about survive that bomb blowing up, and that's going to secure Mayhem their 6th round on the board here on the T side of Inferno. So let's have a look at the money situation. It's not really sitting too pretty here for the CTs. They are going to be able to buy, but you know, they've got to win this round. How Mayhem are starting to already run away with this one, you know, and I'm sure they're in a good mood. I'm sure they're feeling hyped, and hopefully they will have forgotten about that first map on Dust 2.
See what happens as we're going into round number 9 here. We've got Mo once again with an AWP in hand. He's going to be playing from Arch side of mid as quickly. Already we see all of the terrorists moving up Banana. They might just be going for a quick B play as they like to catch these players off guard. DeBorn and Monty from inside of sight, and here comes the push as Davey leading the charge. All 5 terrorists through. Davey gets a shot onto Monty, and now DeBorn.
Nice.
Last one alive. Davey gets that frag, and we do see Mo finally returning as he's going to take down Sideoff as he tried to get aggressive coming from Banana, though. That's going to be TCK taking down Natu. 3v3 situation as now Mo boosts up into sight. Fox gets 1. He's going to get legged, though, and Buzza fires back TCK with 5 HP in a 1v3. He's going to boost up, tries to send some fire through that smoke, but a great HE grenade from Fox will end the round, and 7 in favor of Mayhem on the T side of Inferno. They are just showing why they picked this map. They have had a dominant half thus far.
They're just so unpredictable. They're changing things up. We've seen them wrap around A and go onto the A bomb site. We've seen them wrap around Arch and go CT to B. We've seen them play very aggressively just in that last round there and push straight towards B with kind of like a no-holds-barred attitude. And Talked really so far haven't really got too much of an answer for it. So here we go into round number 10. It will be Davey gets the initial first frag there. Mo with a lovely peek out towards mid there will respond. Fox is going to get angry about that and try and get the revenge kill. Not going to quite happen as of yet, though, so he's going to back away from that, and it's going to be left into a 4-on-4 situation, of course, because Talked weren't really sitting pretty with money in round number 9, and they did lose it. They're not really sitting pretty whatsoever with economy once again, and they are going to be forced down onto another eco. So Talked, so far in this first half, have played most of their rounds with only measly little pistols in their hand, but here we go. The bomb is going to be making its way over towards Apt. Sidoff was aware that Mo could push aggressively there. He heard him, and he was able to get the frag. Dave's got to be careful, though, and he's going to hear that pistol in Pit actually go off. He was able to pick up the kill, though, there, flicking round and being able to pick up that player. So they've got full reign over on the A-bomb site. The last 2 left alive will be DeBorn and Monty as they push down Banana. It looks like Sidoff is going to be able to spot them, though, as they make their way over towards T-steps. But another round here going in favour of Mayhem. 8-2 will be the score.
DeBorn here just working from T-side apartments. Monty from bottom of mid. They're just going to try and work those exit frags as Natu with 22 HP. I expected Monty to be able to get that, but maybe just kind of hints of frustration as they're not being able to hit their shots. And I'd like to go and talk about how on the pistol round, we watched Mo get dropped literally seconds after the round started. How has that affected his mentality in this game? He's 4-2-9, and he hasn't been that key fragger that we saw in Dust 2. Granted, it's not necessarily the same style of op play where he was able to just hold from T-spawn on the T side on Dust 2 and just get picks. Not exactly the same scenario here. The mid is designed a lot differently, but if you are a good opper, there is a lot of different angles you can hold, but he hasn't been able to hold an op very much, and we do see 2 picks early on for the T's, and again, he's caught out of position and goes down, and that's just not the play that he needed to make. He was way out in the open, and again, now it's Monty and DeBorn, and forced to save on round number 11, where you have 2 CT side rounds. This is just going absolutely in the favor of Mayhem.
I'm really liking the way that this is being played so far. I mean, it's nice to see a team do this, especially after, as we've mentioned, many a time, being rampaged on that first map, 16-4. Sorry, I just realised on the stream it's actually not updated. So if you are just joining us, Talked were able to take the first map. It was on Dust 2, and that was a scoreline of 16-4. So this is, of course, a best of 3. Mayhem coming into this one, and of course, if they didn't win this second map here, they were going to get knocked down to the lower bracket. But with the way that they are playing so far, they are looking very, very likely indeed that we could be seeing a map number 3, and if I'm not mistaken, I think map number 3 will actually be a season here. So as we go into round number 12, the score will be 9-2 in favour of the team of Mayhem. And let's not forget, of course, Inferno, as we've already previously mentioned, it's a CT favoured map, and the odds were heavily in favour of Talked, and not just because the odds were heavily in their favour on CSGO Lounge, but because they managed to take such a convincing win in map number 1. But here we go, unfortunately, not really going to be too much interesting stuff to cast, I do predict, because they're making an aggressive push over towards B, and only one player is going to be down there. So if they do decide to push onto this B bomb site, which it hasn't, I think they are going to be able to do so, they aren't going to be met by too much resistance.
Yeah, Monty getting dropped immediately, and he was the only player on site there. Actually, Molotov'd out of the spot he was originally playing, forced back to maybe one he didn't want to play as much here, as Davey will be able to get 2 frags. I thought both were headshots, but Mo, that was a headshot onto him, as Davey, I imagine he just sprayed all of the bullets in his AK and had to switch over to that P250, but a triple kill for him is now Steel in a 1v5, I imagine, is going to try and work some exits, as eventually does take down Davey. Davey trying to get the 4K there, but isn't going to work out in his favor. Buzza finally finishing the round here as 10-2 is the score line. I would have never predicted that Torqued would go down this far on this side of Inferno.
No, well, I mean, I think they've just got to try and switch things up. I mean, we said it about Mayhem on that first map, that I really didn't think that they were changing too many things up. They were just kind of letting Talked run rampage on them, and it's just been the same, but in the complete opposite form on Inferno. Instead, Mayhem here running rampage on the Talk squad. So they are going to change things up in the fact that they are going to have 2 AWPs there, and Steel will start things off. That's what they needed. They needed that quick entry frag there to try and shut them down. But Mayhem just seem absolutely undeterred. They are riding on the back of some great rounds so far, and they're trying to push in aggressively. Finally, they are going to be able to respond, and Talk with a lovely cleave round there. No casualties whatsoever, are going to be able to pick up the round. So I do believe TCK actually picked up a nice 3K round there, which is good for him. So that's going to be the 3rd round on the board for Talked, of course, because Mayhem have taken so many in a row. They are going to have plenty of money in the bank to rebuy here, but I think maybe that was a case of Mayhem just getting a little too overconfident. They know how well they've been playing so far, and they kind of forgot that, okay, yeah, this is Talked we are playing up against here. It's no kind of low opponent. They just got maybe a little ahead of themselves. But have a look again. It looks like they are going to be playing things slightly bit differently. Once again, here Talked starting to get aggressive on Banana, shoving those incendiary grenades down range just to make sure that Mayhem don't push down there too fast.
Yeah, and that is the side of contention here, as Steel getting dropped by Natu, Fox getting a frag as well, and everything going in the favor of Mayhem. DeBorn will finally get one, but smoked out, and they are going to be collecting the bomb as the T side. They've got Davey and Fox still out near mid, but bomb site B is completely in control, and Natu with a sick headshot onto TCK is now DeBorn. He's playing from construction right near the garden. We have Mo coming around from CT spawn with an AWP in hand, but this is a 2v4, and Torque, they won that last round. They cannot afford to drop this one. They have to win this round if they want any sort of economy moving into this next one.
Look at Davey.
Oh my God.
He's going to go for the right, and he gets it into Mo. There we go. I was just waiting for that. I hate interrupting you. I do apologise, but Davey was coming through CT spawn, and I couldn't resist it. He just put that knife in the back of
quite alright.
If I could see Mo's reaction right now, like,
is
I
he
would just
streaming
love that.
right now?
I don't know if he's streaming
Someone
right
tell
now,
me in the chat if he's streaming, and if you saw that on his stream.
But that would have been a high. I would just love to see a highlight of Mo if he was streaming, or if somebody would have seen him there, because that knife, I was just expecting it. That was amazing.
Oh my goodness. And does that add insult to injury or what? The knife kill onto Mo. Again, one of the most emotional players that we've seen here. If you can put him on tilt, I feel like Torqued as a team, he's one of those front runners. We saw it on Dust 2. He was hitting his shots, and getting those picks early on were really important. But here we do see it is going to be Torque picking up another round, but 11-4, a scoreline that is quite terrifying moving on to a T side of this map, especially with how Mayhem was playing on that T side. We'll see what happens. Pistol round going to be very important, but again, if you can put Mo on tilt, that is definitely going to be a great advantage for Mayhem here, as they're looking to close out the CT side on Inferno. This is map number 2. Torque took the first map quite handily, and you can go back and look at that VOD. I said many a times that it's going to be a scary situation having Torque start on that T side, or rather on the CT side, but here we go. Oh man, so pistol round about to go live here, and Torqued, they want to take map number 2 and finish this in a 2-0 fashion. It's all starts here, and they were outwitted a little bit on that first pistol round. Let's see what they have up their sleeve, as now they are in the hot seat, rather. It's going to be Mo and DeBorn moving up very quickly. Mo is pushing up mid, but Sideoff trying to contest, playing very aggressive is the CT side, and completely catching the T's off guard here, as now the bomb is over near alt mid. It is an advantage for the T side. Mo just playing an underpass right now. They've only got one player in Fox on side of A site, so if the T's can kind of deke their way past, they might actually be able to take this, but Mo getting 2 frags, Buzza finally putting him down. We're now into a 3v3.
Buzza, nice shot with the P2K there as he takes down Monty out for the count. And this is going to make things even more difficult for the T's here. They're not with each other at the second. One player just going through Boiler, and that will be Steel, and also TCK over towards bottom mid. And I really like the way that Mayhem have played this. They didn't kind of go, okay guys, we've got to be careful, you know, Talk could get aggressive here. They go, no, once again, we are going aggressive here. This is our map. We have got a nice 11-4 round advantage. We are going to get aggressive. They naded down Banana, got the information that nobody was there, and got those frags. So in comes the push towards the A-bomb site. Davey with another lovely headshot there onto Steel, and TCK will get dropped out for the count as well. 12-4 in favour of Mayhem here. And I've got to say, this is really not sitting pretty here for Talk. They have not looked strong whatsoever on Inferno. I hate to sound, you know, like I'm being biased here, but I think in all honesty, although it could be a case of Talk really not responding and not answering to Mayhem, it's just as much about how well Mayhem have been playing. They've changed up their game, they've done different things at different times, and it's really worked for them. The only time that we really saw Talk change up their game was in that last round of the first half, actually, where they put some incendiary grenades down towards Banana and got aggressive on it, and Mayhem weren't expecting it, but still, is it going to be enough? I have a feeling it may not be, but by the looks of things, they're stacking up in Banana, they're getting those grenades ready, and in comes the push towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, it's going to be Natu here and Buzza holding this site, and here comes the push. Full set of smokes, so now they can actually go towards CT spawn. Buzza going to be here, but Steel takes them down immediately, and now they should be able to control site. They're actually planting front site here, and he actually repositions, so Natu has the ability to stop this, and actually that's going to be Davey putting down the bomb planter, so a 3v3 where the bomb isn't planted, we're going to see TCK just playing oh so carefully. On the other side of this truck, we've got Natu taking down Mo. Monty fires back onto Natu, so now he's down a 2v2 situation. The bomb is not planted. Sideoff and Fox, last two for the CTs.
This is not, in my opinion, really sitting too pretty for the T's here, because they haven't got information of where the 2 final Mayhem players are. Although Fox has actually now been spotted, but they've also got to try and plant that bomb. So they are going to peek out both at the same time and try and get that player. And TCK is going to be able to get one, so that's unfortunate. But with 20 seconds left, Sidoff is just round the corner. Do they know where he is? TCK looks like he has that information and is going to back away. So in comes the crossfire setup here. They are going to be able to find him. Sidoff gets one onto Monty, though. And now it's left in a 1 versus 1 situation. Sidoff left on only 26 points of health. And he's actually going for the defuse. He hasn't got a kit, though, unfortunately. He's going to find the player and he gets the kill. Has he got the time to defuse it? He's got plenty of time, and Talked so close to being able to pick up that eco win. It's not going to happen, though. Mayhem just once again adding insult to injury. 13-4 will be your score heading into round number 18.
Oh man, and to add insult to injury, that was Sideoff there that decided to go over to one of the enemy players, and I'm not going to use the specific phrase, but he was crouching. Let's say that. So a little bit of, again, insult to injury here is definitely some heated lineups. As now we are here in round number 18, Mayhem looking to close out this maps, and I've said it plenty of times in the cast here at RGN and talking about these North American teams. We have some rosters that struggle to finish their maps. When they are in this lead, they struggle to really close it out. So Mayhem, they need to make it happen here. They can't let Torque build up too much momentum, especially if they want to come into that third map with a lot of momentum themselves. So we do see the bomb moving up Banana. We've got 3 of the terrorists over here, but we do see Monty TCK working the other side of the map. Now Monty is going to be that one lonely lurk player. He's making plenty of noise. You see him actually jumping to make even more noise. So that's just providing the audible feedback to Davey. He's the one playing right outside of apartments. He's going to make that call, but we do see it's going to be Mo working that pick towards the B side.
46 seconds left on the clock, and then comes the push towards the B-bomb site. No holds barred. It's going to be the name of the game for Torque here. And are they going to be able to pick up the first frag? Buzz is actually going to be able to pick up the first frag. Then he's going to be able to pick up the second as well. Steele responds with 2 quick frags with that AK-47 though, so it's a 2-for-2 trade. 30 seconds left on the clock. The bomb has not yet been planted. It's now just about going to be able to make its way onto that B-bomb site, but they've got to be careful. Mo looks like he could be the player picking it up. Davey's going to be rotating through TT spawn here. Mo misses the shot, and he gets punished for it. Davey picks up 2 huge frags. Fox finishes it off, and unfortunately Torqued, even when they get the rifles in hand on the T side here, they are not able to finish the job. Mayhem with a great hold there, and you can kind of see now why Mayhem picked this map.
I definitely see why they picked this map. They are doing work right now, and Torqued has no answer. They're going to be armoring and tech-9ing up. Again, a very valid strategy here, as they are on close to match point. If they let Mayhem get this one, which they should technically, if you look at any other rounds, if it wasn't 14-4, probably going to eco, but being that this is the round to put them on match point, Torqued really don't want that to be the case. So we do see them fully buying armor, Tech-9. It's a really good gun right now, to say the least, so we'll see if they can make something happen. They've got 3 players over towards apartments. We've got Davey over near balcony. It's going to be side off, and then Fox working this A site. So no presence inside of Banana for the T so far. They've just been working that alt mid region.
Davey's going to find some information that there is something in top apps. He does manage to put a few shots down range. I do believe that was actually Monty who was over there. Put a couple of shots down into him, but apart from that, that's going to be it. And they have got the opening frag on towards A there. But the problem is that the bomb's actually going to be going all the way over towards B. And they haven't spotted the player who's by the car. How have they not seen him? Natu's just going to have free reign on them. They didn't check the corner, and they're going to be punished for it. He gets 1. Will he get 2? No, he will not. He gets taken down, and things will move into a 3-on-3 situation. The bomb will be planted. Fox is going to be smoked off there, but TTK is actually going to get taken down there. Mo has been able to get 1 with that M4, but still, are they going to be able to retake things? It's looking very much likely so that they will be able to, unless Mo can pull off the absolutely craziest play of his life. It's a 1 versus 3 situation. He's only got 19 points of health. Wait, don't do this, Mo. Mo. 1, 2. Is he going to get the third? No, he won't. Davey breaks his heart, and he will be able to get the defuse there, but oh my gosh, that was a crazy round. That was amazing.
Yeah, ninja play by Mo. Walks through the smoke. Fox was holding near truck, but the way he was holding the smoke, just didn't see it in his peripherals that Mo had walked by, and he almost made that work. And similar to the situation we see Natu in that only getting 1 frag when you're behind 4 of them like that, quite honestly, I kind of wanted to see him wait a little bit longer, but I think you realize that soon enough someone's going to turn around. I need to make these frags happen. Only getting 1, that was a little bit of a misplay, but the CT is able to take that round, and now on match point. Could we see this end at 16-4 on their map pick? That would be insane, as again, starting on the CT side, Torqued, they have had no momentum in this map thus far.
Wow, that was an incredible round. I just had to take a second there just to get over some of those plays that we saw. Of course, we've got to put it into perspective that we have more information than these guys because we do have X-ray, and we can obviously see the mini map up in the top left-hand corner there with all of the information on. So, for them it's a different sight to what we're seeing, but still, it just makes this game so much more exciting when you have those situations, and especially to have 2 close situations like that in 1 round, it just makes it even better. But as we go into round number 20, no initial pick picks as to, well, sorry, I do apologise, the bomb's actually going to be making its way over towards B. I suddenly looked away from the mini-map there, and when I did so, it's already made its way down towards Banana, and it is going to be able to get down onto B, but Natu's going to have something to say about that. Steel eventually gets the no-scope, and once again, we are left in a 3 versus 3 situation, and Talked really have only had any success over towards this B bomb site, but unfortunately, they've really not been able to hold it very well so far. Is it going to be another case, though? It looks like it could be. Steel is going to be able to pick up one, Mo picks up the other one as well, and Seed off, or Side off, as I've been... I think I've been wrongfully pronouncing that, so I do apologise, but he's going to back his way off over towards second mid there and just hide and save that M4, which is obviously a good decision. They've got a very good round difference here so far. 10 rounds is going to be the name of the game between the two squads, and finally Talk's able to pick up a round here on the T side.
Finally is right, as they are going to be able to get 5. We'll see how many they can mount here, as this is going to be an uphill battle. T-side of Inferno, when Mayhem has looked very dominant thus far. So we'll see here if Torque can take any more. They are going to be able to face off as against an echoing Mayhem lineup. So side off, only one was able to save in that round. Does have an M4, so we'll see where exactly they decide to position him. And it does look like he's going to be heading over to this A site. Davey leading the charge, him right behind. So maybe they're planning to get aggressive here, as now Davey, he is going to push into the bedroom. Side off, he's going to be playing a crossfire, but on the other side of the map, we see Steel getting an AWP pick very, very quickly in this round. 1:20 still left on the clock, and Buzza close around this corner. He is going to peek out, but Steel hits the shot, and now that is a site wide open.
TCK picking up the 3rd frag of the round as Fox will go down. Side off still does have that M4 in hand, and Davey's going to be able to pick up one there with the P250. So is he going to be able to try and find that AK-47 to pick it up? He's actually just going to be looking for information, as he does see players over towards T steps, but Mo will catch him out and catch him off guard there as he goes down for the count. So side off over towards, I think he's actually in garden at the second, yeah, so he's just over towards the A bomb site. The bomb's not even actually been planted yet, so it looks like they're more interested in hunting this final player than getting the bomb down. Eventually it does go down, and I'm not sure if DeBorn actually spotted that player. Yeah, he must have done, because he actually just saw him going into library there just as he was peeking through arch side. DeBorn will get the final headshot and secure the 6th round on the board here for Talk. So 15-6 is your score. Of course, Mayhem aren't going to be worrying too much, because they have got plenty of rounds to play with here. It looks like they are going to have another eco round here. Not enough money in the bank to buy too much, so a couple of grenades, a couple of armors, and some 5.7s will be the name of the game for the CT side here of Mayhem. But of course, you know, we talked about in the first map how for Mayhem it was just going to be a case of taking it one round at a time, and it's going to have to be that same game here for Talked.
See 2 AWPs on the field here. Steel and Mo both yielding those weapons. So something we don't really commonly see on the T side of Inferno. But when you have aggressive operas like you do with Steel and Mo, definitely they can make it work here. Davey going down early. This is another eco round from the CT side lineup, as again they didn't have enough money to buy up here, and no point in really forcing to get not great weapons. So side off will be able to get one, and that's from back of A site. And that Molotov actually landing in a place where it's not too big a worry. Natu gets one as well. Mo finally fires back, but side off from back site. Eventually, Fox finishes that frag, and now it's Monty and DeBorn. They're very lit, though. We're going to see Monty finally able to drop the player in side off, and now Fox in a 1v2 that, quite honestly, is doable. We see these players completely split up here, so if Fox can just hold an angle, Monty going to be flashing himself over, and that is going to completely blind Fox. He was actually a little bit close to hitting that no-scope, but isn't going to be the case here as Torque pick up another round. They've got plenty of money to play with here now. We'll see if Mayhem can finally close this out, as this is going to be their first buy round in a couple here.
Yeah, good economical damage coming in there from Mayhem. Talk do have more than enough money to obviously be able to buy up for those 3 players who did go down in round number 22. But still, Mayhem, of course, you know, getting that economical damage in is just going to help them ever more so as they try and get that final round in here on Inferno and secure going to map number 3, which I do believe will actually be Season. So here we go. We're into round number 23, and already Mo taking just about 30 damage or so from Fox with that M4 in hand, who just peeked out towards mid, but knowing what Mo can do with that AWP, he did back away, and rightly so. So things just taking a bit of a slower step here so far. I've really, you know, I've only casted a few North American games. I casted one yesterday, and of course I've casted a couple of maps today, but you know, I'm really liking the way that the American guys, from what I've seen so far, just play aggressively. They commit to a play and they just darn well go for it no matter what. And I like it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't quite work. But I'm also liking this position here from DeBorn. He knows that players could be, you know, pushing down aggressively onto onto Banana there. But of course, because they've pushed so far down Banana, that's going to give information towards Mayhem there that they do know that nobody's going to be going towards B, so they do know that it should be an A execute, and that's exactly what it's going to be. 36 seconds left on the clock, in comes the push. What's going to happen? It's all hell breaking loose over on the A-bomb site.
Yeah, DeBorn will finally be able to get the bomb down here, but a 3v2 situation as Mo, he's going to be playing from truck side, looking towards mid, gets the first frag, Buzza pops out, and Mo gets the second. Now Fox in a 1v2. Mo with an insane clutch there, and we're going to see him, if he peeks around that corner, he's got 23 HP, so has to be very careful that he doesn't play too aggressive, but now peeks out. He misses the shot, and DeBorn very lit up. Both of these players less than 25 HP, or 25 exactly on DeBorn, and that's going to be another round here for Torqued, and 8 rounds on the board. They're slowly bringing things back. They want to force this to overtime and close this out, as Mayhem, they haven't been able to close it out. They now are on another eco round, and the same economic damage that we saw Mayhem do on the T side to the CT side of Torqued is happening here with Torqued on the T side. So Mayhem, they're forced to eco once again, and this should put it to 9-15 unless they can do something crazy. And by crazy, I mean Buzza hitting a gnarly shot. Fox hitting another one. So 3 players left. TCK trying to spray through top mid. Natu down to 20 HP. Will eventually get dropped. Steel gets one as well. 3v3 scenario when Davey, he opens up and gets another frag here. So in a 3v2, we've got Monty and Steel. Last 2 players left on the map.
Oh, lovely shot there from Davies. He just boosts himself up onto the back of the cart there and will take down Steel. So once again, Mayhem changing things up. They know that Torqued were going to be confident after taking a couple of rounds in a row. And even though they were on an eco, they just fully went for it. They got aggressive. They managed to get a couple of entry frags there. And even though I think it was actually Steel who responded with 2 quick kills, they were able to find those players and be able to get the kill. Side-off is going to peek out there, and they've got the information. They know exactly where that last player is, and have a look at it. They are wrapping all around him. They've got 1 player over towards T-steps. They've got 1 in Banana, and they've got 1 arch side as well. So they know that he's moved away now. They've got the information that he should be moving towards second mid, so out they go. And they move over towards that player side-off, just looking towards top apps here, and he's going to be able to hear that player coming with only 25 seconds left on the clock. Monty has got to go big, and he has got to go big very soon to try and save the team of Torqued here on the second map and try and prevent it going from a map number 3 onto season. He makes his way out. He's going to drop down. He is going to find 1 player, and he will be able to pick up the kill. 10 seconds left on the clock. He's got plenty of time to plant the bomb because the final 2 Mayhem players are absolutely nowhere near him. He's left on 50 HP. Davey on 35 and Buzzer on 30. Flashbang goes out, and they're going to push from separate directions. They've got to push at the same time, and they've got to try and catch this last player off. Buzzer is going to find him. He knows where he is, and he picks up the shot, and he will get the defuse. GG's come in. 16-8 will be your score. And ladies and gentlemen, whether you believe it or not, no matter what the odds say on CSGO Lounge, all is to play for. We're going to map number 3.
Yeah, map number 3. It's going to be season